Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here, and we're at Zigzagoon, this ancient mystical city, and apparently in order to get there we're going to use the Waystone. So let's do that. The notes that I have for this part, I mentioned this a couple parts ago, that I had one line of notes, and the notes are this. I filled out some more of the licenses, but didn't get anything major or even noteworthy, because that's all I have. Oh, what's this guy? This looks interesting. Okay, well let's go. Okay, so we did actually teleport onward. Let's go talk to this guy. Yeah, he's a stone statue. He looks like one of those evil things, kind of like the Overlord. He's coming alive. He's gonna kill us. Or at least attempt to. Daedalus. He's our boss. Okay, well, we're starting off with the boss in this dungeon. That's interesting. He's using haste. I don't approve of this. Pinello just going to use Thundaga on him. Okay. I think that's the default that I ever set up with. So, does she have the Storm Staff? Yes, she does. Okay, we're all set then. Yep, I think we're all set. What other gambits could I possibly be changing right now? Oh, I want to see if he's undead, because he might be undead. He is undead. That's why we're using Kiraga on him. Look at that, 5,000 damage. Okay, he's undead. This is going to go really quickly then. In fact, let's see if Kiraga will do more. So Kiraga dealing 5,000-ish. Kiraja 7,447. Oh my, yes. And he's using a myriad of interesting attacks, but he's dead. Yeah, pretty quick boss there. Well, that's what happens when you're undead and you're staring down a white and black mage with super powers. Vaughn taking a drink from his pouch. I still don't get that. And a Waystone appeared behind us, so we can go forward. So that guy must have been the guardian into Zigzagoon. And he woke up and got angry. Alright, well, let's see where this teleports us to. This is an interesting looking place. We have behemoths here. We've seen these guys before. Now we're going to switch over to the glacial staff. I just want to make sure that I can one-shot them. Well, we couldn't steal from them. 19,000 damage. Oh my. That's a lot of damage. I don't suppose I can just transfer all the extra damage over to, like, the final boss or something, can I? No, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm flipping switches and touching stuff, and oh my, this place looks mazy. However, in reality, it's not quite as mazy. It's just a bunch of long, winding paths that will, you'll have to do them basically in a certain order. Hey, we broke 20,000 damage! That is just ridiculous. That's not a thing. Okay. We'll run down these places. I appreciate how different this place looks from other places we've been to. Yeah, we stole a storm crystal from, like, 5 feet away from him. We're just that good of a pickpocket. Oh, hey, something new. Gargoyle Baron. He has haste and regen on, and he is weak to holy. Okay. Well, you can be weak to holy, I guess. Well, let's just get you casting Blizzaga normally, since you have the ice boosting staff. Casting Stop. Don't be casting Stop. That's rude. We got a Demon Tail, and there's a obviously a mystical barrier here. Gate. There's a missing vowel. There's totally a missing. You can't have 4 consonants like that next to each other. How are you even supposed to pronounce that? Okay. But these enemies, they're about as difficult as all the other enemies we've been fighting. Which means not very. Ooh, new Malboro down there. Vivian! Vivian, isn't that the name of a Pokemon? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh well, it's... Those guys, I can't see the Malboros too well. Do they have the wacky mustaches too? It kind of looks like they do. What is up with Malboros in this game and having wacky mustaches? Like, who came up with some of these ideas? They're just they're just really bizarre and amusing. Okay, well this is officially a dead end. All right, we're going to run back. And I guess we're gonna take the path that goes up. Oh, hey, behemoths. You guys can be one-shotted. Even without the Serenity boost, she's still dealing 12,000 to them. Penello's damage output when you're dealing with an elemental weakness is just so ridiculous. Even when you're not dealing with an elemental weakness, if you have the appropriate stat boosting staff, you're still basically one-shotting these. Oh, these things are new. Mithril Golem. Using Darker, we got 17,000 health. And, okay, these guys are going to take a few shots here. But this Guardian is... Hey, no, don't be going over there. Deal with me, I'm right here. Okay, you know what? You're going to be weak to water, then we're going to use a water weapon, the Iga Blade. Lowers our evasion a bit because we're going to have to take off the awesomeness of the Crystal Shield. Was that you doing the 4,000 damage there? I need to fight more of those guys. I don't know what that said. It just said touch it. So I touched it. A sash. I think we've gotten that before too. It's probably an accessory. That's Gaia gear. Oh, we're looking for sashes. Oh, yeah, Gaia gear. That's useful. It's mystic armor. Someone equip it. Thank you. Alright, so what that did, or at least what it should have done, is release the lock. I gotta find where the lock is again. And we got silence on him just before he died. I believe it was just this way. Now, the map kind of highlights the parts you can see, not necessarily parts that you've stepped on before, which is why I'm a little bit confused with all the zigzagginess of these paths. But it's okay. Although I do hope that there's not a ton of this kind of stuff, because this could get very lengthy. And no, because it is a dungeon and not just an overworld map place, I'm not going to explore part of it and then do dungeon exploring off screen. I won't do that to you guys. You'll get to see the full dungeon. There may be times where I might say, okay, well, we've traveled away, I have to go back to a place where we've been traveling along the paths that we've already seen. That I might cut out or skip over. But for running headfirst into new territory in a dungeon, no, you guys get to see all of that. All of that with the Marlboro mustaches. It does, it has a little mustache. It's not as big or ridiculous as the last couple Marlboros, but it's noticeable. It's faintly noticeable, but it's there. Putrid breath, that's very noticeable. Quick, set up a gambit to give him a tic-tac. Or just make sure you're not going to heal status effects at one at a time, because that would also be really annoying. Can we kill stuff, please? Vaughn's got disease and oil, and okay, well, he's dissolved. Let's get rid of this disease and oil. Wow, even with Remedy Lore 3, we still can't get rid of oil status with that. Okay, we'll use a handkerchief. Wipe that oil off your face, Vaughn. Ah, here we go. More mithril golems. Now we can test this out. Well, after we steal from them. For the sake of not stealing from another one. Yeah, he's dealing 2,000 per shot. It's more than he was with the other dagger. Still very nice. You're on fire there, mithril golem. And you... whoa! Okay, path appeared. I didn't do that, did I? What did I do to cause that? Did someone touch a switch? Oh, that's a really cool noise. I like that sound effect. Just the faint little like, it sounds like you're walking on some sort of magical barrier or platform. I really appreciate that. Pinello still has 541 magic, even after everything that we've been spamming. Has her magic even been going down? 541, she killed the thing, she's still at 541. Yeah, no, this is how ridiculous the Black Mage is. So we have all these passive buffs. You know, she gets a buff for dealing magic damage, she gets a buff for killing an enemy with magic damage, she gets, well, not a buff, she gets MP back for killing a thing. And she's gaining so much MP back that her MP's not even going down, really. Look at that, she even gained that from the one she didn't kill. She spent 5, and this is Blizzaga we're casting. And we have all the channeling buffs, so her spells are reduced by 30% cost. We touched the barrier thing. I got rid of a barrier somewhere. This is like an entirely different section. I just realized that. But we are running into a lot of the same enemies that we're seeing around here. You got the gargoyles, you got the behemoths, you've got the Malboro mustache guys, and you've got the mithril golems. As long as we don't have any nightmare frogs, we're good. Alright, so what is my favorite dungeon in the game? Now might be a fairly decent time to answer that. There's not, yeah, spoilers, there's not too many of those left. Favorite dungeon to travel through? That is kind of tricky. I'm not a huge fan of those mine areas. I'd say... what had a gimmick that was really fun? I don't know, I guess my lack of a immediate answer kind of says something about the memorability about the okay, this one's not my favorite dungeon for sure. We have a Daikon Entite. It's one of those elemental things that I probably can't kill at all because it's obnoxious. Are we gonna try casting death on it? I think I gotta get around this guy. Trident, because it's a little stronger, okay. Defender, that's fine. We need an accessory. Okay, battle hardness to give him counterattacks. Or we can use death and kill these other mithril golems. And then deal with the big stupid floaty ball of evil light. Dang, Balthier hits them for a lot. That Defender Sword is hitting them for a lot. I was hitting him for less now because, well, our physical attack classes, they have a similar ability to... Oh, Fran's casting Darker on the thing. You go, Fran. They have a similar ability to the mages, where they will deal additional physical damage if they have full health. That was really rude. Okay, you're immune to ice. So we'll just get a powerful non-elemental spear on and deal kind of pathetic damage. Uh-oh, this... That is not good. I hope we're gonna kill this thing. It's casting Holy on us. That's what the Holy spell looks like, by the way. Oh, we killed it. 7 license points and 4,200 experience. Oh, that's crazy. At least this isn't one of those that just becomes immune to basically everything when it wants to. So that was kind of nice. So maybe the Entite elementals aren't as bad to fight. Alright, back to this party, because this is the party we initially had. Oh good, the second one got caught up in there. And, well, there's a breath attack. And we've got slow, but we have the Chronos Tier Gambit. Got a Malboro Flower. Okay, well, let's head back up this way. We found something that we opened up. Oh, don't you stop. That's annoying. I mean, realistically, maybe I should equip some of those stop or slow prevention accessories, but I do want the Thieves' Gloves on Vaughn. And since he's like the first one going up to and harassing an enemy, and the other two are mages that are just kind of sitting farther back and doing their stuff, Vaughn's the one that's going to get targeted first by like 90% of these things. Yeah, see how that works. Time Requiem. I don't want that to succeed. But I kind of like having Vaughn being the one that's getting targeted, because it leaves Penelo back there, where she's more easy to keep her Serenity boost, which will just, you know, make sure we can keep one-shotting everything. You know, these are the guys we can't one-shot. But they have a statue thing to press, so I guess we'll just press that, because that seems to be the theme of this dungeon. Just press the right button and do that. I don't know, honestly, I'd say for favorite dungeon so far, I might just go with the Tomb of King Wraithwall. I like how they brought back the demon walls and made them like Final Fantasy XII, you know, 3D super graphics and all that, and they had the one that was optional that you could run from or fight that was really difficult, and so I really liked that concept. I wish we kind of got a better treasure for it than a Scathe Mold, but other than that, you know, I liked it. And then the demon wall that you had to fight. And I also like the way that they implemented the demon wall crushing your party to death in this game. I just thought that was well done. And then you had more boss fights. You got the first Esper there, so that's where the Espers were introduced. And he was kind of cool too, using Faraja. So yeah, lots of neat things. And it was the first dungeon where they introduced the Waystones, which are basically just teleporters. But yeah, it introduced that, which I believe it served more for convenience sake, as far as mapping goes, and as far as dungeon continuity goes, and as far as backtracking through the dungeon goes. So they were all very well implemented. I liked the symmetry there, even though it was kind of dull going through the same area twice, but there were two different routes you could take to go through the area. So yeah, I'll go with the Tomb of King Wraithwall. My favorite place is definitely not this one. Everything looks too similar and it's too zigzaggy. I don't like all this because I feel like I'm spending a lot of time running and not a lot of time progressing. I feel that it's taking longer to make actual progress here because of all the zigzagging. I don't like all this zigzagging. Reminds me of Zigzagoon. And no one wants to be reminded of Zigzagoon. Actually, Zigzagoon is kind of cute. I'd want one as a pet. If they, you know, actually existed. And, more things appeared.